Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Your Life, Your Money. How often NRIs keep complaining, India is a bad country, systems are not in place, we can't do these things, I don't get an OTP, there is no cooperation from bank staff, complaints galore. Now you decide that you can put all these things to rest with a few action points that you can take during your next India visit. Whenever that happens, please make a list of these things that I'm going to talk to you in this video. Prepare yourself for it. If required, keep a couple of days extra, or as soon as you come back to India, you start attending to this. If you are able to sort out this issue, going forward, you will not have a reason to complain that things are not working normally in India. This is NRI Money Clinic for you, and I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, your financial guide for a happy living.
NRI Money Clinic. No hype, just the right advice.
Are you a NRI living outside of India for more than 10 years? Have you dreamt of a retired life in India in a beautiful house and a lifestyle of your choice? Your dream can come true only when you take some simple and effective actions today. I will take you through a step-by-step process to make this dream come true in my webinar, Stress-Free Retired Life in India. Hello, I am Dr. Chandrakant Bhatt, financial guide and founder of YouTube channel NRI Money Clinic. I have to my credit creating secured retired life for thousands of NRIs spread across more than 60 countries. If you have an intention to make your dream retirement come true, register for my webinar. More details are in the link below. Number 1, the biggest pain point, your bank accounts. You don't have the proper bank account, you have not opened the required accounts, or you have multiple bank accounts. There could be multiple problems in your banking. Let's put this to rest once for all. As soon as you land in India, go to your bank branch. If you still have a savings bank account being an NRI, you must close this or you must convert this into an NRO account. Convert your savings bank account into NRO account. When you open an NRO account, you also open NRE account. I stress here, open both NRE and NRO account. However, the money which is there in your SB account can only be transferred into your NRO account. If you have certain loans for which the amount is getting deducted from your savings bank account, please instruct the bank to collect these EMIs from your NRO account. In most cases, the banks will not change the account number, they will just redirect this to make it as NRO account. Generally, it will not have a problem, but nevertheless, instruct the bank to collect it from NRO account. Sometimes there will be a problem in the bank account, in your NRO account. If the amount is not sufficient enough, leave one more instruction with the bank to collect the required amount of money from your NRE account in the event of NRO account is not having sufficient enough balance. They can do this by either picking up directly from your NRE account or they can transfer the money which is there in the NRE account into NRO account to the required value. That can be very well taken care of. Likewise, if you have more than 2 bank accounts, multiple bank accounts, please take time this visit to close all the unwanted accounts. You could be having accounts from your student days, you could have worked in multiple places, you could have opened multiple bank accounts. This is all a troublesome thing to do. Instead, close all the accounts other than the 2 bank accounts that you must have. You must have account in at least 2 large banks. It could be a private sector bank, it could be a public sector bank, that's fine. But it should be a large bank with a good IT infrastructure. I have seen large banks like ICICI Bank, HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Bank, IndusInd Bank, State Bank of India. These have extremely good IT infrastructure. Being an NRI, you should bank with a bank which has got good IT infrastructure. If they don't have systems which can work when you are abroad, then your banking can suffer. So maintain your accounts in 2 banks which are large banks and close all the smaller bank accounts that you have. One another thing that you have to do when you are there in the bank branch is complete your KYC. KYC is know your customer. You have to give to the bank your passport, your latest visa copy, your overseas address proof. Why I stress that you have to redo the KYC is if you had become an NRI many years before, the visa that you have uploaded, the address proof that you have given could be different. You could have moved from one country to the other country. Your bank account should reflect the correct status as it exists on today. Therefore, ask the bank to redo your KYC. Likewise, when you are in India, it's also a good idea to do your central KYC. The central KYC is required for you to invest in your mutual funds, in your demat account, stocks, and other things. If you are in a bank, the banks is the best place where they can do this KYC and finish it off. When you do the KYC, it should reflect everything: your overseas address, your tax status, your photo, your email ID, your telephone number, everything should reflect correctly. One problem that I have noticed with the banking staff is if they don't find a document, they will write something over there and process it to KYC. This can become a problem for you at points of time. Therefore, doubly check what gets into the KYC, reflect the correct picture. After you became NRI, let's say that you had a few loans running and over a period of time you have closed these loans. Equally required is collect the loan closure statements. Banks will give what is known as zero balance against your account, or they can just say nil balance, or they say the loan has been completely closed. And if your property documents or any documents that are there with the bank as a collateral, they have to give it back to you. You would have forgotten to collect these documents. Make sure you collect these documents as well as collect a loan closure document from the bank and keep it very safely. At some point of time, if there is a dispute at any point of time, this letter you collect from the bank will become very handy for you. Point number 2, your investments in India, particularly the demat accounts, your investments in mutual funds. What happens is, before you became an NRI, if you have opened certain folios, they will reflect resident India status. Likewise, if you have opened a demat account before you become an NRI, these are resident demat accounts. As an NRI, you can't use these accounts. Therefore, you have to instruct the broker or the bank where you have opened this demat account to be converted into NRO demat account. Whatever the holdings that you have in the demat account will get automatically transferred to your NRO account, and there is not going to be any problem. Instead of being a resident account, now it will be reflected as NRO demat account. In case of mutual fund, what happens? Your folios are reflecting resident status. Now, because you have converted your bank account into your NRO and NRE, when you try to invest, it creates a conflict between the resident status in your folios versus the NRI status in your bank account. You need to convert your existing folios into non-resident status, or you should sell them off. It's a difficult decision for you to make. Many people in your enthusiasm to go direct have opened account with the various fintech companies. The observations that I have made is the fintech companies just don't care what happens to your tax status. It's not a complaint that I am making, but this is the reality. Many people have approached me and said that we have an account, I can't take the names here, but they said we are not able to sort out that problem. It is the duty of those people, the customer care of these fintech companies, to solve this problem. If you cannot do that, at least you can sell off those folios, clear it off, and open new relationship wherever you want to. If you're an NRI, it's always better if you work with the financial planners, because they will become your service providers. If there are any issues, they can actively attend to it. They can actively inform you what needs to be done, and you don't have to bang your head against these bank branches or with the fintech companies. That's the best thing you can think about. The next thing that you have to attend to is your identity, financial identity, PAN card. PAN card is very important for you to carry out financial transactions in India. Now the problem with the PAN card here is there are things you have to look into it. Number 1, the data on the PAN card. Many people have got a PAN card, or their parents should have done a PAN card. Now the problem area in PAN card is the name on the PAN card, or the sequence which is mentioned, or the father's name which is mentioned, or the date of birth which is mentioned on the PAN card could be different from your passport and other documents. It is easy to get it changed in the PAN card. You have the PAN service centers in every nook and corner of India. You can also do it online. Please check your PAN card. See whether it matches with your bank account, your Aadhaar card, and your passport. All these documents should reflect the same thing. If it is something which is different, you get this PAN card altered to reflect the name in correct sequence, correct spelling, your parents' name, and the date of birth. That's very, very essential. When you do all these things, also apply for e-PAN card. A e-PAN card is something which will come on your mail. It's easy for you to store, and you don't have to have the hassle of having a physical PAN card for you. Likewise, being an NRI, your PAN card should reflect your international tax status. In the IT portal, it should reflect your NRI status. It's equally true that if you have an Aadhaar card, your PAN card should be linked to the Aadhaar card. There are people who do not have an Aadhaar card. They get an Aadhaar card when they come to India now. Now, if you have an Aadhaar card now, take that step to link your Aadhaar and PAN card together. So once you have PAN card set for all these points that I have said, your financial transactions become super smooth for you going forward from here. Next is your Aadhaar card. A lot of NRIs have got Aadhaar card. A lot of them do not have an Aadhaar card. Those of you who do not have an Aadhaar card, now as soon as you come to India, you can walk into Aadhaar Seva Kendra and you can apply for your Aadhaar card. There can be some trouble or some issues that you might face, but nevertheless, it is available. Get your Aadhaar card right now and also link it with your PAN card. In case of Aadhaar card, one of the problems that I observed is many people have taken Aadhaar card and entered the data in a very casual way. We spoke about the PAN card, how the name gets reflected there, date of birth gets reflected there, all these things we mentioned. A similar problem could be there on your Aadhaar card if you have taken the Aadhaar card prior. Check your Aadhaar card. Does it match with your PAN card? Does it match with your passport? If not, go to the Aadhaar Seva Kendra, provide your fingerprints, and you can change your name in the Aadhaar card one time in your lifetime. Be very careful when you change the name. If you change it once and later on it cannot be changed. So if it is not reflecting correctly, one time you can change your name to reflect with other documents that you have got. You can change the address that is there on the Aadhaar card as and when the address changes. Likewise, your communication email as well as your telephone number, whenever that gets changed, that can also be changed. Now that you are in India, now that you are gone to the Aadhaar Seva Kendra, make sure the address is proper, the email, the telephone number which is mentioned there, everything is perfect. You can't put your overseas telephone number there. You need to be having an Indian mobile number. If you have that, fine, at least you use for other family member. It could be a parent, sibling, depending on the comfort that you have, you try to use their mobile number. The next point is an Indian mobile number. If you already have an Indian mobile number, no problem. If you don't have one, try to get one Indian mobile number. I suggest you take a postpaid Indian mobile number. If you take a prepaid number, what happens is after some time, if you do not charge the number may not remain with you and it can give rise to other set of problems. It is better if you have a postpaid number. Likewise, when you buy this mobile number, make sure that you get OTPs when you are abroad. The telephone operators need to be notified about your staying abroad, and you may have to pay a small fee for you to receive OTPs when you are outside. Whichever the telephone operator with whom you have got a mobile number, walk to their stores, tell your situation, ask them, is there anything that you need to do? When you have an Indian mobile number, if there are services that require an OTP on an Indian number, it becomes easier one. For any reason, if you are not able to get an Indian mobile number, the next alternative that you can consider is maybe request a member of your family with whom you have got comfort to take a mobile number in their name, and then you may have to use that number. That's the next possibility. But having an Indian mobile number, it becomes absolutely essential. From the time we spoke last, there has a lot of changes which have happened. Many of the banks are today accepting your international mobile number. Whether every bank is doing it, very few banks are doing it, I have no idea. But to be making your life much easier, it is better if you have an Indian mobile number. The next must do thing is build a relationship with a chartered accountant. You must have a chartered accountant. There are many things for which you have to depend on chartered accountant. For example, if you have to sell the property, you need a chartered accountant's help. You have to file the tax return, you might need. The tax landscape constantly keeps changing. You are abroad, you may be coming back to India once in 2 years, 3 years. You will forget to file the tax return. If you have a relationship with a chartered accountant, it's easier for them to send you the reminders and check through. Likewise, without your knowledge, some tedious may happen in some of the accounts, or some wrong entries may come and sit against your PAN card in your account information statement. You may not even know about it, and this can create a situation wherein which you may get an IT notice. Therefore, it's always better to have a relationship with one chartered accountant of your choice. So they can check your AS statement, they can check your PAN card, you have some issues with the IT department, they can help you sort out all these things. Many of you have asked me, please include chartered accountant services in our list of services. We have heard you. We have put in a panel of chartered accountants to help our NRI brothers and sisters now. If anyone does not have a chartered accountant and you want services of a chartered accountant, you can reach out to us through the WhatsApp we have provided in the description box below. Our numbers is there. Click on that link there. It takes you to the WhatsApp. If you need a CA services, you can request and we'll guide you to the nearest panelist CA that we know of. The next point you have to attend to is your properties. NRIs are fond of properties. Who doesn't? Go to Kerala, go to Hyderabad, go to Maharashtra, go to Karnataka, go to any part of India. NRIs have a love affair with the properties. It's not one property, two property, parcels of land here, there, all over the place. Because you live outside, many things you do not attend to. For example, paying for the property tax. There are countless flats in India which are owned by NRIs, and NRIs conveniently neglect to pay the maintenance of the societies. This is a time, attend to all these properties, check whether you have paid the society dues or not. Just because you do not live in those flats, it doesn't mean that you can create a quarrel over there and say, I will not pay, let me see it at a later date. Please do not do that. See, we don't do these things when we are outside. Why you should be doing? Because you are an Indian, because you don't live there. Be the gentleman and be the responsible citizen of this country. Whatever is your dues toward the societies, the corporations, the land department, please pay it on time and make sure that you will not have trouble going forward. You may think that by not paying the society dues, nobody is going to do anything for you. These days, people can mess up your life if you don't pay your society dues on time. You may not be able to sell the property. Your electricity and water supply may be cut. Your tenant may have to leave that particular premises. Anything could happen. Therefore, attend to each and every property and see what is the obligations that you have towards this property. One other thing is, I understand the plight of an NRI. Being abroad, you can't attend to each and everything. That's fair enough. But wherever you got the properties, these days we get servicemen there, who can pay taxes for you or who can attend to maintenance related issues. Find out whom you can depend upon when you are an NRI. At least if you have a relationship with a chartered accountant. Generally, if you have a chartered accountant in your place of stay or where the properties are there, they should be able to help you to find out the right serviceman or somebody who can, pay the taxes and other things. So make sure to establish a relationship with such persons who can do your required works on the property side. The last but the most important part. You have come to this country to visit India again, most likely to visit your parents. It's with an intention that you introduce your children to the grandparents. You need to look at them as well. Find out what's happening in their lives. Look, parents would not like to ask anything from their children. They won't speak anything to you. It becomes your duty to see what's happening in the lives of the parents. See the place where they are living. Is it well maintained? How does your parents look like? Do they look like well-fed, healthy? Or do you think kind of stress over there? the first thing you should encourage your parents to do is move to the safer places. If your parents are living in far off places where there is no helping hands available, or there can be a possibility of dacoity, robbery, and all these things, please encourage your aging parents to move to safer places like a flat or urban areas where the help is available, hospitals are available, required services that are required like in hotel or the provision stores, everything is nearby. Also, look at their financial situation. They may not tell you, but the way they keep up the house is an indication that whether they have finances in an orderly way or they need assistance. If they need assistance, it becomes your bounden duty to take care of your parents. It's the same parents who have sacrificed their life to educate you with the intention that you should come up in your life. It's time for you to give back to your parents if they need it. If they don't need it, these days most parents do not need it. If they are well to do, that's fine. But if they need something, please do help your parents and do take care of them. What you do, your children are also watching today. You become a role model for your children. But if you neglect your parents, probably your children take a cue from the deeds that you have done. One thing you have to check with your parents' case is check their health insurance. This is very, very important. Most parents, what they do is either they don't have an health insurance or they have a very meager health insurance. For example, somebody who was working in a government department or some corporate, he had taken a policy many years before. It could be for ₹1,00,000 or for 2 lakh rupees. In today's time, a health insurance of 1 or 2 lakh rupees has no value. It's time that you gift a health insurance policy to your parents. That would be helping your parents. More than helping your parents, it is you are helping yourself. Let's say tomorrow your parents get into the hospitals, ICU. See, one or the other day, everyone has to go to the hospital. When they are aging, the days are near, they are landing into the hospital. So if they don't have a health insurance, the burden of clearing bills becomes your burden. Instead of getting into a bigger burden later on, it makes absolute sense for you to give a health insurance to your parents today itself. Dear viewers, in this video I have given you 8 points to focus on when you come to India next time. You may think I'm not coming next month. Make a list of these things, prepare, check which ones you need to attend. Next time when you come, instead of coming for a week, add a couple of days more. Make sure that you attend to each and every one of them. Once you attend to all these things, then you can live peacefully as an NRI in a country of your choice. I wish you take that meaningful step today. If I have brought this to your notice and you liked it, do give me a thumbs up. Do share these videos with your near and dear ones, friends and relatives, and on all the social media on which you are connected with. Thank you very much for watching this episode on NRI Money Clinic. I shall be back with you with yet another episode of Your Life, Your Money next Friday. Till then, stay safe. Jai Hind.
Press the bell icon for more details and subscribe our channel.